All right, so this is a duo commentary video. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. Hope you like the video, and thanks for watching. Just two of us. So definitely, you want to pot out if there's just two of you. Um, if you have a squad that you work with regularly, you can definitely hot drop. But if there's just two of you and you're trying to win, I wouldn't hot drop. I mean, unless there's absolutely nobody else that hot dropped. I would definitely pot out. I would loot up, get some gear, and it's going to better your chances of, winning for sure. And we loot for a little bit, so probably just speed this up. When looting, I really just try to go for heals, and I try to grab anything. I'm down to use just about any gun. I try to giggle with just about everything, but generally I focus on heals. Gotta have kills. You gotta have something to get your health back up when you get shot, because you are gonna get shot for sure. So when looting, it's good to stay close. It's good to get what you need, what you feel comfortable with as well. Um, and grabbing what can benefit you later on in the battle. So we're continuing to loot up and get everything we need because every fight, like every battle, you're gonna get hit. No matter what, you're going to take damage. Like it doesn't matter if you're the best player in the world, you're gonna get hit from time to time because you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And so you always need to carry heals. It's like my number one thing. I mean, I usually stack at least 3 stacks of heals, if not, more. If you have one gun you want to run with and stack a bunch, you can. But for sure, I'm always on heals. And as I play, you'll see how I get, like constantly stay on my health. I don't let it slip. It's like very important. Right. So one thing is first side is I spot. I see him instantly, and he's not building. He's flying out, so it's like an easy kill. Right? So now that we know that one guy is down, there's only two left, so we need to take advantage of this. Dimwich has already spotted the other guy, so we start shooting. I'm getting engaged by the other guy. I'm just going to build here and then try to re-engage with him, keep him at bay. Now, you see, I turn back and head towards Dimwich because I'm not going to leave him by himself. Even though Dimwich is really good, it's very possible that he could die, and then, if he were to get downed, I would then be by myself fighting two people. And if it's a duo, you don't want that to happen. So you see, we worked together. We came to fight. We came together there to finish that guy off, and now we're gonna go and finish off the last guy. And this is how you can easily wipe a squad when it's just two of you. Really, teamwork plays a big deal in it. All right, and just some tips here. You see, I get hit. I'm building because it sounds like he has an M60. So I'm just building. Keep on my shield. I just grabbed a few shields in there because anytime, you're getting shot and you maneuver into a building, there's probably going to be heals nearby. There's probably going to be like a 50, or not, like there might be a shaker, some sodas, a tin shield, so a lot of times you don't even have to use what you have. You can just keep maneuvering and probably find heals. And that's a lot of times what I do because, you know, it's best to keep moving as well. A lot of times your opponent, when you're engaging with them, they will be like, oh, he's over here. That's where I last saw him at. But if you're really quick, you can easily get around on somebody. All right, and so we're gonna head towards we're moving out of zone here, and I see a ping where some other players are. So I see a team at tower, and like I said, I want to play zone. You know, I love being aggressive. It's a lot of fun, but it really doesn't get you wins all of the time. You need to have some strategy. And so here, we do see a team kind of at tower near maybe construction, and we're going to engage them a little bit, but we're still going to be able to try to get over to zone, because that's really what you want to be at, you know, when the zone closes. So I start moving that way, but I believe Dim engages a little bit more, so I just head back to help him a little bit.
50 here.
Okay. Are they pushing you?
So, yeah, it's an orange haze. He's climbing up.
Now, one thing I do, you'll notice when I engage, a lot of times I'm peeking. Not, I mean, not always, but like right here, I'm peeking around the wall. Dimwitch is peeking behind the wall over there. Because you really need to find hard cover. This game, at the end of the day, it really comes down to a hard cover game. Who can hide behind a solid object and shoot at the opponent? Right here, I'm peeking behind the wall. I've got a high advantage if they come out. They threw a zone grenade, but I don't believe they engage us any further. Dimwitch had gotten one of them pretty low, and I had shot the other one. I think they had gotten a little scared. Right, and so yes, I want to play zone, so I'm going to head back here, and hopefully there's only two teams, there's 5 enemies at this point. You know, we're kind of thinking, hey, they'll engage each other, we can third party at the end. It's honestly a good strategy, especially for duos.
I'm scared that dude's gonna pin drop.
For sure, we can watch out for him. And just casually stacking up on some more health and items, ammo. Generally, I will use sodas over bananas, but I took a banana this time. Honestly, if you can carry both, a banana and sodas, that's really the optimal thing. Because, you know, sodas are just to get your partial health up, and bananas are for that instant 100 heal. Now that bananas heal for 100 instead of 50. Alright, and so we're engaging. As you can see, we're kind of like separated a little bit, but we're both engaging from the back of a roof that has some cover. A lot of times when I engage, like at the end here, if I know where two teams are, so Dimwitch is shooting one team and there's another team to my right near tower. One thing that's good is if they engage each other, it's easier for us to come in at the end. Okay, if you notice, immediately when I get shot, I start popping my shield. Immediately. I go in the building and then grab a shaker to replace it, and my shield's already back at 100%, and I'm ready to engage again. And I have a 50 shield in case I get shot again. Because really, you have to stay on your health. If you are not keeping health items, if you're not staying on your health, you will die. Alright, and you see I threw up two builds here. It kind of distracts people. If they see two builds, it kind of discourages them from engaging sometimes. Um, it's definitely good to throw up builds. Don't be afraid to throw up a wall to protect yourself.
148.
Um,
Nice.
we're just going to keep engaging here at a distance. I wouldn't push in. You know, if you fly in, you're going to expose yourself. Here we can engage from far away. Dimwitch is really good with Yop. I've got a foul, which I'm good with. And so definitely, you know, a good advantage point here. And we are still in zone. Final zone has not been chosen yet. You know, a lot of mistakes I see are people that will move up and want to engage or push, and it's really, I mean, it's, you know, I understand the fun in it, and you want to be like a beast, but it's just not going to win in a lot of scenarios. You really have to play strategy. Oh no, your little rocket. All right, and you see how they blew down my builds twice? That's okay. I threw two more builds. And you know, so I got almost shot with an op there and immediately built, so I put a wall between me. So now, continuing to engage, keeping our distance. We're putting a lot of damage into them as well.
Of course they have zone.
All right, so zone has been chosen, and it's not where we wanted it to be, but that's okay.
Top floor. Not even on the roof anymore.
All right, so I fly over to them. I grab another shaker. Got to stay on your health because I knew I only had one. Um,
No nades, no nothing.
Now, one of the decisions here is that we want to get to zone, but we don't want to expose ourselves. And one thing is we know that they have high ground across the street from us. If I were to fly out right now, they might gun me down in the air. And so you'll see a decision I make here. I have to move quickly after they actually move to zone. Because we take some shots on them, and that's going to cause them to want to stop and heal, and that gives us an opportunity. All right, so you see, yes. So I lit them up for 14, and then immediately I start flying in. And that is because, you know, they're on the ground, they're going to want to heal, and we don't, you know, we can move in quickly instead of letting them heal and then flying in later and dying in the open. Right, and again, I get shot, I pop a shield immediately. Dimwitch is going to take a little bit of action there, and I'm using a lot of my headset sound to kind of figure out where people are. Like it's what I use a lot. Again, I'm peeking the wall. I'm putting a barrier between me and the opponent. Dimwitch hit him a little bit more. I was going to move in, try to drop him. He hit me again, but see, look, immediately shield back up. Immediately. You've got to stay on the health, or you're not going to stay in the battle. If you're not carrying heals, you're not going to win.
Nice.
Right?
Downstairs, downstairs.
So one thing here is, they're really getting close to us. Zone is here. I throw up 2 walls to keep them out. I'm going to get in the corner, and I'm going to throw up another wall between me. So if they actually break through that wall, they're going to have to then come, shoot again through this wall, and I'm going to have a little bit of a peeker's advantage, or at least then I, know where they're at. All right, now, nobody's perfect. This is something I wanted to say is that if you had a grenade, and you could easily, or a zone grenade, you could flush us out. You could have thrown a grenade in this room. You could have thrown a zone grenade. We would be dead. Nobody's perfect, right? I mean, we could have built, but it's not guaranteed that we're going to win. Every decision can be countered in a lot of ways. Um,
Get up top first. Yeah, I see him.
but this does work out for us. We're staying together. We're working as a team. And so we'll see how this plays out. Again, another note, I have my UMP out. I don't have my FAL out or an RFB because you want to use a UMP, a P90, a MP5, a sword up close, a shotgun. They're close range weapons for a reason because they do more damage up close. They do more damage per second at a close range. I wouldn't. All right, so we got that guy. Look at me. Build. Okay, immediately heal. Grab his 50. There's only one guy left here. And now one thing is I go outside the building. I do this for a reason. A lot of times at the end of a match, a good guy with a sword will kill you. Like he could have, if he had a sword, he could have easily came up and gotten both of us. But instead, I like to go out at the end. It kind of gives them a way to come out towards me and expose themselves, and it kind of worked out there. You see, I went out the building. I shot at him, and then Dimwitch went in for the kill. And those are some tips you can use to definitely better help you out. Yo, I really hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for more content. I really do appreciate your watching and all the support. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.